I'm back again, and this is unrelated to the Dallas Cowboys, but it's an honest question because this question has been weighing on my mind for a couple of years now. So, to you Raven fans, you Brown fans, Jaguar fans, Panther fans, Titan fans, Texan fans, pretty much any expansion team within the last 10, 20 years, I got a question for y'all, especially you older NFL fans. Now, first, let me go to the Panther and Jaguar fans, since y'all came out around the same time. Before you were fans of the Panthers or the Jaguars, who are you an NFL fan of? And be honest. Be totally honest with me, because you ain't going to get no shit from me. Then again, you might, but you probably won't, because I know, because I've been to the Carolinas before. And there were a lot of Cowboy fans back in the early 90s that were from the Carolinas. So I just want to know, who were Carolina fans and Jacksonville fans, who were y'all fans of before 1990, what was it, 94, 93, 94? Who were you fans of? For real, be honest. Now, let me move down to Houston. Now, and Tennessee. You Titan fans, Oilers fans, whatever you want to call yourselves, before the Titans/Oilers moved to Tennessee, were you fans of the Oilers then, or who were you a fan of if you were not? And to you Houston Texan fans, and to you Titan fans who are from Houston or whatever, since y'all weren't Texan fans before 2001, were you still fans of the Tennessee Titans or the Houston Oilers before 2001? Or were you still a loyal fan of the Titans even though they moved to Tennessee? Or did you finally become a Texans fan when the Texans came to the league? Or if you weren't a Texans fan and you weren't a Titan fan, who were you a fan of before 2001 and before 1998 or 99 when Houston left? Who are you a fan of? And the same question, now this is kind of, I don't know how I'm going to explain this to you Raven fans and you Cleveland Brown fans, but it's kind of the same way with Houston and Tennessee. So I'm going to ask, first off, Baltimore Raven fans. Now, before the Ravens came into the league, which I'm going to say it like this, I don't give a damn what the history says or what the NFL decided to do with the Baltimore Ravens, because the NFL is now finally saying that the Baltimore Ravens are an expansion team. But me, personally, since I remember football back in 1994, the Ravens are not an expansion team. They came from Cleveland. They were the old Cleveland Browns, so I don't give a fuck what they say. But Raven fans, especially you, Joe, I'm directing this question to Joe. I know you're like 20-something, so you probably been a fan before the Ravens came into the league. So, questions to you, Joe. Before the Ravens came into the league, were you a fan of the Cleveland Browns? And if you weren't a fan of the Browns, who were you an NFL fan of? For real. And be honest with me, Joe. Now, you Cleveland Browns fans. Seriously, the Cleveland Browns fans, this new Browns team, in my opinion, in my eyes, and some other people's in the TTC minds, this Cleveland Browns is an expansion team. So before the Browns came back into the league, who were y'all fans of? Were y'all fans of the Ravens or what? Or who were you a fan of? Were you a fan of the old Browns, but not the Baltimore Ravens, or are you just a fan of the new Browns and not the old Browns, or whatever? It sounds kind of strange. It sounds confusing, I know, but I also want to know, to all these expansion teams, fans of these all expansion teams, who are you fans of before all these teams came into the league finally? Because none of y'all who I just mentioned say you've been a lifelong fan of whatever. You ain't been a lifelong fan of the Panthers. You ain't been a lifelong fan of the Jaguars. You haven't been a lifelong fan of the Texans. You haven't been a lifelong fan of the new Cleveland Browns, so you can't ever say that. And if you do, I'm gonna call you out on that. But that's all I want to know, because it's confusing, and I just want to know. It's been on my mind for the last 2 or 3 years. Who y'all really a fan of before you became a loyal fan of your team? This your boy Hater Proof, aka JB, and I'm out.